MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside Globe Life Field. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Texas Rangers. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and guys, the Padres played well in the series so far, winning the first two in this three-game set.
Yeah, and to sweep this team right here would be a huge momentum boost. It is not easy to sweep a series. I don't care if it's 3 games or 4 games. I think back to Bobby Cox. His big thing was you just want to win series. 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But when you have a chance to sweep a team, you have to take advantage of it.
Dane Dunning is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Rangers. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
So stepping in is Tony Gwynn. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The afternoon for San Diego, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, there's no strategic reason to hit the leadoff man that I can think of. So now he's aboard with no outs to start the game, and that's not how you want to get your outing underway on the mound.
Digging in now for San Diego, Tommy Pham. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Here's the first pitch. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Gwynn on at first, nobody out. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Ready with the 1-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you could do with that. Textbook sinker.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. So 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. 2-2.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
2-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Stepping up to the plate, Ryan Klesko. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The 0-1 offering. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
A ball and 2 strikes now. A 1-2 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Towards second. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Diego. And now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. Blake Snell gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, the key for Blake Snell is getting him out on that mound every 5 days. He's had some injuries over the course of his career, but there's no doubting the stuff. He's another guy, upper 90s fastball, good curveball. His slider's gotten a lot better, and he'll mix in an occasional changeup. This guy has a chance to be a dynamic pitcher every time he takes the mound.
So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
2 balls and a strike to the Rangers leadoff hitter. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Two pitch is fouled away. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
To the plate now, Michael Young. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the baseball all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game, and you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
In now, Pudge Rodriguez. Strike taken, the throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the catch.
We all know this team is struggling right now. They're on a losing streak, so when that's the case, sometimes you need to be a little bit more aggressive and try to put some pressure on your opponents. Stolen bases are a good way of doing that, so we'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for him right now.
Runner at second here with one man out. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Swing and a blooper down the right field line. Klesko onto the grass. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
So now to the plate, Adolis Garcia. Back goes Grisham to the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Rangers leave one. Still no score. Here's Manny Machado now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Now the first pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
The 1-0 home. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
One of the toughest things to do at this level is to win on the road. With the win today, this would be a sweep of a road series.
And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3.
They know the threat this guy poses at the plate. I know it's a 3-1 in this situation right here, but I cannot believe for the life of me this pitcher is going to come anywhere near the middle of the zone.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits. First pitch on the way. Just a bit too much run on the sinker that time as it misses off the outside for ball 1. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
This is on the ground over to first. Young for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Here's Will Myers. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The 0-1 delivery. And oh man, that caught him pretty good there as it ricochets toward the third baseline. Go to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. And the hit will be Trent Grisham, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
And this one gets away. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Myers, the runner at first with 2 gone. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
We got 3-2.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Padres leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Nick Solak.
The second baseman.
Now here's the first offering. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
At the plate now, Charlie Culberson. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. A 1 pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Off the plate.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get at the chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Nate Lowe would be next. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Once again, a 3-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw into second. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Nate Lowe digging in now, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Here's the 1-0. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. 2-1. Here it is. Two out here and a runner at second. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball three.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think to say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they can't make anything out of the two-out double. Two complete. Still scoreless here on the show. That'll bring up Austin Nola. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Austin Nola.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And this is swung on and missed for strike three. And adding insult to injury, that pitch hit him as well, but there's one away. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Tony Gwynn. He's driven in 4 runs on 4 hits to this point in the series. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
third inning, no score to this point. And here's a slider for a called strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Now at the plate is Tommy Pham, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. There to play it is Young. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. David Dahl to the plate now. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
David Dahl.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Bouncer to the left side. Machado has it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
So next to the plate for Texas, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Inside ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Into the box, Michael Young, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
3-0 to him now. And that's outside. He lost him ball 4.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
Now to the plate, here is Pudge Rodriguez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Young is off at first with 2 away. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. One and two to the Rangers catcher.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for Texas. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. All set for the start of the 4th. And up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control 1 and 2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Stepping in now, Ryan Klesko. And he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a hard liner toward short. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Throw into second. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
And in steps Manny Machado. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Looking up is Dahl. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. A 2-run home run for Manny Machado. 4th home run here in the early going as the Padres have taken a 2-0 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate, Jake Cronenworth. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here it comes. Now a ball lined into left field. That's a base hit. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So here's Will Myers. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. A ball and a strike. 1-1. Here's a sinker that misses for a ball.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1 home. Smoke toward third. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. The Padres get a couple of runs in the inning on the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 San Diego. Now it'll be Adolis Garcia. He'll match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning.
Number 53.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's down.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Tight break with the slider there. Catches the inside for a strike. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
That'll bring in Nick Solak. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lifted in the air to center field. Grisham is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Charlie Culberson.
Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that'll bring in the Georgia native, Charlie Culberson. First offering. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Rangers set down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that brings up Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, number 2, Trent Grisham.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one.
Ball 1.
And low. It's a ball and a strike. Grisham is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
Just a really solid play up the middle as we get another look with show track. Had to go over 20 feet to get to it, and then he uncorked a strong and accurate throw to beat the runner. These guys make it look easy, but that very easily could have been a base hit. Into the box now, Austin Nova. And he puts it on the ground to second. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now to the plate, Tony Gwynn. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He grounded out last time up. Ready with the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. And there's ball two now. Nola, base runner at first with one out. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or you just pitch around them?
And he misses with that one for ball four. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Next up is Tommy Pham, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
The 0-1.
I got a ball, one strike.
Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Nola rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate as they push their lead to 3 now.
Hey, with that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. And the way their pitcher's going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Yeah, and you're well aware of it, Dan, as an offense, just trying to put those extra runs across the board. You can take a look at the guy on the slab, telling the slab he's on fire right now.
Ranger skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Kyle Cody takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Kyle Cody.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. So take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
I never found myself on the mound in the big leagues, but it must be nice to be able to go to that good hard fastball when you're in a jam.
3 runs, 6 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. All even now, 2-2. Fastball well outside.
definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Ryan Klesko. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First offering as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Here comes the 0-1.
Nope. Ball 1. 1-1.
Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. Now a 5-0 lead.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
First baseman, Manny Machado.
To the plate now, Manny Machado.
1-0.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. The 1-0. In the dirt here, but the Gold Glover Rodriguez is able to hang right with it. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Outside, 3-0 now. Jake Cronenworth will be next. 3-0, here it is. Up in the strike zone, but the take sign was on 3-1.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taking it.
Hit back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. The run scores from second. It's 7-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
In now, Jake Cronenworth. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Runners on first with 1 down. High in the air down the right field line. Gallo is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Will Myers.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Will Myers. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Yeah. 0-1's the count.
The 0-1 delivery.
Hey, shoot.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. This is skied into short left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Padres lead it 7-0. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2. And that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Rangers, the right fielder, Joey Gallo.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Joey Gallo is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. The fastball that gets the lower part of the zone called for a strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
So 1-1.
Ball 2.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Standing in now, Nate Lowe. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Nate Lowe becomes out number 2 this inning.
Dahl.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. fouled away. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He cited their low chase rate, or percentage of swings that are on pitches outside of the strike zone, as one reason for their success so far in this game. That number is under 20% right now. So up and down the lineup, they're doing a great job of picking on pitches they're more likely to do damage
Leading
with.
off for San Diego.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Number 2, Trent Grisham.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's low.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next to the Padres, the catcher,
Next to stand in is Austin Nola. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the AB now. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
On that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. 1 out, nobody on. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. The 1-0 home. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Into the box, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
And that misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to the left side. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
The batter, number 10.
Couldn't have been much closer at first, and as show track will demonstrate for us, it took a throw of over 90 miles an hour just to beat the hustling runner. Really an amazing show of arm strength on that play. Stepping in now, Michael Young, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball. 1-0. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0. Lined hard to center field. Grisham is there. 2 gone.
Up next for the Rangers, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
Up next for the Rangers, Pudge Rodriguez. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Nat. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
The 2-1 home.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
High in the air out to center field. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Brett Martin comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 59, Brett Martin.
Now into the box, Tommy Pham in his career against this pitcher. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Oh, heater gets turned around.
Jr.
At the plate now, Fernando Tatis Jr. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Pham gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So a two-run shot to left center. Second home run early in the year as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
So now to the plate, Ryan Klesko. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Garcia has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Next, it'll be Manny Machado, singled in his last at-bat. First offering.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
Kiner Falefa has to look over his shoulder, but he's got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Next, it'll be Jake Cronenworth. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
That's wide, 2-0. Two and one now.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. Make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a fastball that misses.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Now the payoff pitch home. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the traditional 7th.
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Padres 9 and the Rangers nothing. Chris Paddock will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 59, Chris Paddock.
And now in the box, Adolis Garcia. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Up next for the Rangers, the second baseman,
Digging in next, Nick Solak. Lifetime versus this pitcher. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First pitch on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grisham is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Charlie.
For the plate now for Texas is the DH, Charlie Culberson, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here's the first pitch. Lower part of the zone, but it's taken for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. Two out, nobody on. Good spot for the change there, and that'll knock things up at 2-2. Three and 2 to the Rangers' designated hitter.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there, because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Rangers set down in order. They're down 9-0. Striding forward now is the DH, Will Myers. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Sinker gets the outside for a strike. Some movement now in that Texas bullpen as a left-hander starts to get cranking down there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Line down the left field line. But this will land in foul territory. Still 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
To the plate now, Trent Grisham. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 1 for 2. The 1-0 home.
Ball 2.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Too high. And it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
From the stretch. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Right about now, the manager's questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
Jordan Lyles comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Jordan Lyles.
his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. He's set. Here it comes.
Hey! 0-1.
Here's the pitch. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Myers over at second. Grisham at first with no outs. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2.
Count is 1 and 2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Tony Gwynn. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at bat right there, probably his last at bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Lifetime versus Jordan Lyles, batting .500, 5 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Going back is the center fielder at the track, the wall, gone! It's a grand slam. So 1 swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. First home run of the campaign for him as they just continue to pour it on here.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it. So he sets up, waiting to pounce, and that's exactly what he does. Jumping all over this thing for a grand slam.
Standing in now, Fernando Tatis Jr. So take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0.
Nope, that's a ball.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Now the pitch. Left side. And a base hit here as this is through past Young. But fortunately, he'll hold on at first with just a single.
Now batting.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
At the plate, Ryan Klesko. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He's got 2 hits in 4 at-bats. Lyles comes set. Here's the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Skied down the left field line. Garcia is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
So next to bat will be Manny Machado. Lifetime versus Jordan Lyles. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. First offering on its way, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Jake Cronenworth will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. He's set, and the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Tatis on second. Machado at first. 2 out in the inning. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging.
I got to count 1 and 2. Ball.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Oh, and that all developed too late to get him at first, and now the bases are loaded here. In now, Will Myers. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. One and one.
1-1.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
That's ball 2.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down.
Ball 3.
Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
So next to hit is Trent Grisham. And he's got ducks on the pond, as they say, looking to add to his team's already sizable lead. First delivery to him. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Oh, 2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. 2 out, bases loaded. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Looking to leave him loaded. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The 3-2 one more time, and strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. So this already sizable lead gets even larger as 5 more runs cross the plate. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Padres on top, 14-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo.
First pitch on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
And he'll just waste one there, 1-2. And it certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
No doubt about it. You talk about bragging rights. 2 cities that love their baseball teams, and geographically they match up. Even though they're not division foes, it's for bragging rights, and this is what it's all about.
Cronenworth will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Nate Lowe.
Now to bat, Nate Lowe. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Here's the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Now batting, center fielder.
So here is David Dahl. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the AB now. And that's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Rangers center fielder.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Another payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Now back, the third baseman, Isaiah.
Up next, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. From the belt, the pitch.
Hey.
The 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Back goes Grisham. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Rangers leave 1, but this one's pretty much over, 14-0. Set to start the 9th in this one, and that brings up Austin Nola.
The catcher, Austin Nola.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Garcia is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Next, here is Tony Gwynn. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Hit out towards second. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Stepping in now, Tommy Pham. Now he chops at a sinker here as this one's top foul off to the right. Working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And this will be a foul ball as the first baseman makes a Herculean effort to make the stop. Easy there, Cha-Cha. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and the runner back in standing. Into the box now, Fernando Tatis Jr. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. The set and the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Now a throw over, and he's back standing. Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Garcia gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for San Diego, but they're still on cruise control, 14-0. So now to the plate, Michael Young starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch of the AB now.
Nope, up there.
Takes this the other way to right, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Rodriguez.
To the plate now, Pudge Rodriguez. Swung on and belted. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's grand salami time. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until, clank, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
Into the box, Adolis Garcia. Now a swing and a fly ball. Long run for the right fielder, and no one will track it down. Base is empty here with nobody out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he falls behind him here as that pitch misses. It's 2-1 now to the Texas left fielder. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard to third, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute. That fires me up right there.
plate now, Nick Solak. Swing, and he rockets this one down the left field line. Adios, pelota. So a two-run homer down the line in left. Second home run early in the year, but that'll do little more than make a dent in this big deficit.
Your
Pomeranz, the 6'5" left-hander, takes over on the mound
number
now.
15, Drew Pomeranz.
At the plate, Charlie Culberson.
Designated hitter.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Down the right field line. That's going to be down for a base hit, possibly more than that. He'll get it into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. The 2-0 on the way. Misses down below the knee. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. The 3-1. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now back, first baseman.
At the plate now is Nate Lowe. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0 home. Fouled away. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. On to first, and they get them both.
Really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Standing in now, David Dahl.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Again, another foul ball. Culberson at third with 2 away. Texas down to their final strike in this one.
The count.
Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve 1-2.
Nope.
A knuckle curve there, and he thought he had him, but it's 2-2.
2 strikes.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks.
He got him, and the Padres go on the road and sweep their rivals.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
14-4 is the way this one ends. The San Diego Padres slugged their way to victory with 15 hits. Blake Snell gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, permitting only 1 hit in 6 complete innings. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 16 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.